So we'll start with a flow, and we will move up and down from the floor, but we'll try to avoid any pressure on the wrist. So we'll move through the flow, we'll use our forearms and the strength and support of our hips and the flexibility as well. So we will start on the front of the mat. Let's step the feet together or close together. On your inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky, press the feet to the earth. And as you exhale, fold it forward into a standing forward bend. You can bend your knees. Inhale, hands to the shins, coming halfway, or hands to the floor, and then fold it all the way. Fingertips come to the earth. We'll step the left leg back, pressing the back foot down to the floor. Keep the right knee bent. And as you inhale, we'll come into warrior one pose, reaching the arms to the sky. So keep the right knee bent, press back into the back foot so hips are level. Bring the hands back down to the floor, bend your left knee down to the earth. We'll come onto the hands and knees, but we'll just stay on the fingertips for the moment. Bring the forearms down to the floor, so no pressure in the wrist. Straighten the legs into a forearm plank pose. So we still enjoy plank pose, but the wrist can relax. Bring the pelvis down. Lift your heart, stretch the toes back, coming into Sphinx pose. Slowly release all the way to the earth. Hands in a prayer or underneath the head. Slide the hands back next to the chest, lifting all the way back to the hands and knees. Take your right foot forward. Turn the back foot flat, warrior one pose again. Keep pressing into that front foot, press into the back foot. Feel the pelvis or the thigh bones in the pelvis, and that will give rise, opening into the chest. Interlace the fingers behind you, lift with the heart, and you'll fold to the inside of the right leg. So as you fold inside, keeping that right knee bent, but draw the right sitting bone underneath you, almost as if it's pointing to the back of the mat. Bring the hands to the floor, left knee comes down, straighten out the right leg so you're in a forward bend. You can bring your hands onto a block, or you walk your fingertips forward, creating length to the back of the right leg. Keep the left sitting bone drawing back, folding inwards. Bend the right knee forward, step it back. Walk your hands forward and rest your head or your heart towards the earth. Slide all the way forward. Come into your forearm plank pose. Press into the balls of the feet. Inner thighs are lifting. Broaden the collarbones. Relax the pelvis down. Lift with the heart. Openness through the chest. Slide the hands back to the chest. Come onto the hands and knees. Take your left foot forward this time. Turn the back foot flat. So again, that left knee over the heel. Sitting bone draws back. Warrior one pose. And so very often when our wrist feels sore, actually it's a movement coming all the way from the shoulders, from the neck. So really notice, how does this feel in your shoulders? What does it feel like in your neck? Do you need to widen your hands? Do you need more support from your roots or your core? Bring the hands all the way back down to the floor. Bring the right knee down, hands and knees. Come onto the forearms. Straighten the legs into a forearm plank pose. So we still enjoy the strength and power. Draw the tailbone to the heels, pubic bone to the navel. Relax the pelvis down. Lift your heart. We are back in our back bend or in Sphinx pose. The Sphinx pose is such a wonderful pose, both to kind of connect to the pelvis, to the lower abdomen, so you can press the pubic bone down, but also that sense of lifting upwards, extending your heart forward. Release all the way down to the earth. And slide the hands next to the chest and come back to the hands and knees. Take your left foot forward. You can be on your fingertips here, but the hands are not really doing anything. Press the right heel back down. Once again, you're in your warrior one. Reaching the arms to the sky. Find that openness in your shoulders and the back of the neck. Lightness through the heart. Lifting the rib cage. Bring the hands back down to the earth. Right knee comes down, you straighten out the left leg. So once again, we're in this forward fold variation. You can walk your hands forward or bring your hands onto a block. Enjoying the space in the back of that left leg without locking the knee joint. And bend the left knee forward, so still just on the fingertips, not putting any pressure. So to come forward into a forward fold, we'll press the front foot down, step the right foot a little bit further forward, and then all the way forward. Grab hold of your opposite elbow, allow the spine to relax. Let's inhale into a chair pose, Utkatasana. And rise all the way to standing. Hands to the center of the heart. Wonderful. So let's flow again. Different variation. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale to lengthen through the spine and fold it really deep. Take the left leg back, bring the knee to the floor and the right knee back to the floor. Elbows come to the earth, come into your forearm plank. Lower the pelvis down, lift through the heart. And now we can come into a downward dog, but on our forearms. Or you can come into a child's pose at any time. So when we come into a downward dog on the forearms, maybe we need to bend the knees deeper, maybe we need a shorter or longer step. Come forward into your plank pose again on your forearms. Relax the pelvis down, lift through the heart. Bring the hands by the chest. You shift back onto your hands and knees. From the hands and knees, take your right foot forward. Take the left foot forward. Press the feet, inhale, rise up. And bring the hands to the center of the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, standing forward, bend. Inhale to lengthen through the spine and then you fold it deeply. Take the left leg back and the right knee back. So again, you're simply rising up through the pads of the fingertips. You come to your forearms, straighten into a forearm plank. This time, relax the pelvis down. We'll roll onto our right side. So the legs are straight. Fingertips pointing to the left side of the mat or to the front corner. But you press down through the forearm now, and you press through the feet, and you rise into a plank pose, but on your forearm. So feel the strength through the feet, lightness through the hips, lightness through the heart. Let's shift all the way straight into a forearm plank pose, finding stability, and then we'll shift to the other side. Shift back to your forearm plank pose again. Take a deep breath, as deep as it can get. Relax the pelvis down, heart lifts. And relax into your prostration pose. Bring the hands next to the chest, lift through the heart, shift back to your hands and knees. So even here, there's no pressure on the wrist. We'll step one foot forward and shift the weight onto that front foot to take the other leg forward. Come into your chair pose and rise all the way to standing. Hands to the center of the heart. And just taking a few moments to feel the feet firmly on the earth. The strength of your center, the lightness of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Just one more deep inhale. And exhale. So, namaste.